I just wanted to go over a few more fine points on the same birthday that I had just analyzed. I would like to add some more points. I think for somebody that's really interested in the finer details and the finer meanings of how to go through these cycles, this may really help them. When we look at the birthday here, again it's 6/28/1971. The first pinnacle is a 34/7, and that's learning by experience. So the person would be learning by what they do. Sometimes it could be a formal education. At other times it could be learning a trade or learning a skill and learning to navigate the world by your own means. And politically, because it's a +7, the 34/7, it would benefit the person politically. Like if they were in a job or something like that, they would be favored. At the same time, they would have a problem when we look at the 22/4. 22 is the Fool card on the tarot, and it's making mistakes. And when you have the number 4, which is Uranus, it's always considered an oppositional situation, particularly with discipline, sticking to schedules, sticking to routine, being able to keep order in one's life would be a challenge. So at one point, whatever they're doing, they would learn from. Now, when we talked about the universal factor, we added up the whole birthday, and it was a 52/7. And if you take 7 from the universal number, which is 36, I said the first cycle is 0 to 29. So the first pinnacle we're talking about here would be 0 to 29, and the first challenge would be 0 to 29 as well. The next cycle, between 29 and 30, you would see they would go from learning to kind of a new start or independence. The 46/1 is really a new start, and it gives the person independence and being able to stand on one's own feet. But it also helps somebody financially, as the number 1 indicates a new start. It indicates help through males, MALES, and a better financial situation. At the same time, they have a 1 challenge, and the challenge is reputation, what they're known to be or what they're known to do. It's the 10/1, which the 10th card of the tarot is the Wheel of Fortune, which has to do with the rise and fall of one's name. So their past reputation would be a hindrance to them. And again, dealing with August or Leo people and February Aquarius. Now, if we look at the cycle, the second cycle here is from 29 to 38, both for the challenges and the pinnacles. They have a 1 pinnacle and a 1 challenge. That's a real mixed up situation. And it has to do with reputation too. When we look at the third pinnacle, which actually comes in from 38 to 47. In other words, 37, 38 years old, I expect a big change in their life, and they go into this financial cycle. It's Saturn on the plus side. The problem they would have is the 12/3, sacrificing their plans to the plans or problems of either a Pisces or a Sagittarius, or somebody with a C or an L as one of their initials, or somebody born on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, or 30th of any month. And that encompasses both the 3rd and 4th challenge. They're in the 12/3. So I just wanted to make these points out. Now, once you go through the 4th cycle, you're up to 56 years old. After that, you're going back to the first cycle here. It rotates back, which means between 56 and 65, they have a chance to do it again. What happens in life is one person who's oppositional leaves and another person comes in with almost the same propensities. Let's say it was a D initial and it's in the 4 series, the next person may have an M initial, which is also a 13-4 because M's the 13th letter, or whatever. So even though one person comes and goes, the challenge still remains with somebody else. The faces change, but with these propensities that you found out, either the sign that they're in, the day of the month that they're born, a letter or initial with their name, or born on, let's say, the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, 28th, depends on the series they're in, are all indicators as to whom will either help or cause us some stress. And those are the points I wanted to bring out. I couldn't do it all in one session because it would become too confusing. But this is the finer points of the divination of the pinnacles and challenges.